Hello and thanks for joining me for another episode of From the Depths Top 5 Weekly. This episode is on U-boats and submarines, so please enjoy. Coming in at first place, we have the Submarine U-96 Beta by Walk with 297 views, 145 subscribers, and a 51% subscriber rate. So as you can see, it doesn't float along the surface because it is indeed a submarine. And yeah, that's in the name, so that's pretty obvious. But what it does have is these rudders, which can make your submarine go up or down, deeper and shallower in the water, so that's good to have. It also has these stabilizers, so one end doesn't dip down more than the other. And it has 6 torpedoes in the front. It has its AI up here, and upward facing missiles, and a lot of propellers, along with a decent sized engine. The fuel and ammo storages are kind of strangely placed, being that if it gets shot on the side, it's going to blow up the ammo storages and basically everything else. So that might be a bit of a design flaw, but it's alright. Everything in here is black, so it's very hard to see. But that's alright, and I can't seem to find the cockpit. Maybe it's through here. Yeah, it's really hard to tell what's going on here, with everything being so dark. It might not even have a cockpit. This might be just an AI controlled vehicle, and I'm thinking that might be the case. But it does have repair bots and stuff, and oh, here it is. There's no door. What? This is kind of confusing. But here it is. Yeah, there's no chair. So that's number 1. The Submarine U-96 by Walkyre. Let's go to number 2. At number 2 we have Submarine, very creatively named, by Melon Commander, with 948 views, 400 subscribers, and a 42% subscriber rate. So as you can see, the first thing this does when it hits the water is the back end starts to sink and the front end kind of floats. So that's why the stabilizers that were on the first ship are very important. As you can see, it's got a missile turret. It's also got those rudders, but they're protected by metal this time. There's a couple of those, and it's got a lot of propellers with some more rudders. That's cool. And it's got the torpedoes in the front, 2 of those. So the driving spot is at the front. Going through here you have ammo producers, ammo storages, fuel producers. Pretty organized. You have a decent sized engine, and some skyward facing missiles, and another decent sized engine. And that's about it for number 2. Let's go to number 3. At number 3 we have the U-boat Type 3 by elboydo. Sorry if I butchered your name. It's kinda hard to say. So as you can see, it's sinking slower than the other ones, but it's still, the back end dips down, and that's a design, I guess, for when you're going forward. The front end won't fly down, but when you're stationary it doesn't really work out too well. But it is very camouflaged, and that's pretty cool. It looks more like a winter biome, but it also has sort of the sea camouflage because those are sort of the shades that are underwater. So it has 22 views, 105 subscribers, and a 33% subscriber rate. I'm surprised it's not number 1. This thing is just really cool looking, to be honest. It's got 1 small cannon in the front, lots of rudders, 4 torpedoes, and doors right here to enter it. Your ammo supply is right as you enter. Then you have this empty room. Then you have the control center with a engine room. AI is over here. Through here you have more ammo storages, and that's about it. being that this ship is so deep, it would be basically completely safe, because some torpedoes, unless you add an attachment, they can't go that deep. They'll only be able to skim across the top of the water. And cannon shells are very weak once they hit the water, especially this deep. And any type of air torpedo will not make it this deep either. So it's kind of invulnerable. Let's go to number 4. At number 4, we have the Fast Attack Submarine by M7TH Fleet with 139 views, 70 subscribers, and a 50% subscriber rate. So this was my personal choice. And it's got a lot of things. It's got a lot of these rudders, got some struts in the back, a lot of propellers. It's got the propellers on the bottom to try to stabilize it. It's got sideward facing torpedoes, 9 frontward facing torpedoes, and a lot of upward facing torpedoes. It's got 16. Just think about this. Think about if this ship is under your battleship, your best work. How strong is the bottom of it? Can it take 16 torpedoes within a 8-block radius? All those torpedoes are going to be concentrated right there. Your armor would have to be at least 5 blocks thick to not be breached. So if this thing gets under you, you're in trouble. Not to mention the fact that it has other torpedoes shooting at the front and sides. So this thing is deadly. It's called the Fast Attack Submarine. I imagine it can attack pretty fast, and this is my person right here. It's got a lot of extra space in it. Yeah, you can add whatever you want to with all this extra space. It appears to be completely AI controlled. It also has these stabilizers, which are very helpful. And the reason I say it's completely AI controlled is because the chair where my person's at does not have a controller at it. Here's the ammo supply. It's got it's got 2 large engines, it appears, with a lot of ammo producers. And let's take a look back here. It's got more stabilizers, and that's it. It's got a lot of stabilizers. That's why it's so level. And as I was saying before, where my person's at, there's no vehicle controller, so it must be completely AI controlled. So that's about it for number 4. My personal choice. Let's go to number 5, the viewer's choice. At number 5, we have the Freedom Patrol boat. This is also known as the viewer suggestion, and this one was suggested by the G-Man, and I appreciate him for that. So check out his channel, and maybe next time someone suggests, I'll shout out their channel too, because it's really helpful when you guys suggest stuff. So thank you, the G-Man. To the ship, there are NPCs on it. I'm not sure if it's a spawner here or if the ship somehow comes with them. That's pretty cool. My player is actually in the seat right now, and he's the robot, so I'm not sure if they'd like fight each other if they're enemies, but this is a friendly ship right now. So its color scheme is green and gray. Its cannons are these simple cannons, and yeah, that's basically all they do. They're probably not going to do too much damage. It's supposed to look more realistic than be functional, I guess. And I can tell that by looking at the bottom. The bottom does not really have a bottom. It's kind of open. So I'm not too crazy about that, but it's whatever. So that's about it for this ship. Thanks for the suggestion, the G-Man, and see you guys next time.